how good is that? It's the final stage of the day here on the opening day, David, of the Otago Rally. It's a tarmac stage. It's a lot of fun, this one, isn't it?
A huge amount of fun. And the key ingredient to this tarmac stage?
4 corners.
No, gravel tyres.
Gravel tyres, that's what makes them go sideways. But we've had a great day out here today, 140 kilometres, 8 stages in total. The classic rally, David, led by some margin at the end of the day by the man we fully expected to be leading, Chris Meek. He has loved every second of today.
Absolutely, it's everything that Chris Meek dreamed of when he came here after 21 years of waiting. And he's just delivered. He's driven really sensibly. There was a few people that thought, you know, he's going to be super flamboyant, really wild. He's kept the car in the middle of the road. A couple of places that we've seen him, really sensible. There's probably a lot more speed to come out of him and the car, but he didn't need to. He's just all about enjoying himself.
I've never driven on roads like this in my life. It's just sublime.
Well, Chris Meek quite clearly enjoying himself out there today. What about the classic 4-wheel drive? Really is great to see so many cars in that category. It's almost an emerging category here. We've enjoyed Andrew Graves out there today, David. It's the same category that Brandon Semenuk is in as well.
Yeah, it is. And like you say, Colin, it has completely revolutionised. It's brought back, you know, the 4-wheel drive. It's almost like we've time travelled back into the 90s. Seeing so many Subarus, not exactly the car that Colin McRae, Carl outside drove. Now they've got the 6-cylinder H6 cars out there. But it is, like you say, it's an Evo 3 that's leading. And in some ways, is it fair that that car's in the same category? Well, I don't know. It's a tricky one because Semenuk, we kind of expected he would come here and he would not dominate, but he would certainly be different. Immediately though, this morning, that was gone, wasn't it? With a puncture on second stage or something.
I think it was second or third stage. He picked up a puncture, didn't he?
But I mean, he's really enjoyed his day. But I think the big thing is the push of that 4-wheel drive category. To see so many of those cars, legacies and all of those things, it's great.
Puts a smile on your face, doesn't it?
Totally.
Really great stuff. Man with a big smile on his face at the end of the day was the man who leads the category. It's Andrew Graves.
It's all going to plan. We've got just about finished now, so yeah, looking forward to this last one and then have a beer.
It is fantastic to see this car out. Seems to have suited these roads really well today.
Yeah, it's a good old car. We've had it for 20 odd years now, so it's still going strong, and Hayden's doing a great job on the notes, so we've had a really good day.
So what about the other categories? Well, the Allcomers category, David. What's that all about?
I thought you were going to tell me about the Allcomers category.
Well, I think I know. It's kind of, what they say here is bring what you brung. It's everything else. It's an all-encompassing, whatever you've got, bring it along.
Bring what you brung.
Bring what you brung.
Brung.
Something like that. I don't know, it's a Kiwi phrase.
It's a bit of everything, is it?
Correct.
Right.
Little bit of everything. So if you don't fit into the classics, if you don't fit into the classic 4-wheel drives, if you're not a New Zealand Rally Championship car,
there's still a home for you.
There's a place for you.
Yeah.
There's a place for you here. And again, what it gives us out in the stages, it just gives us such variety. And there's interest. Every car, what's coming along next?
Yeah.
What is that I can hear coming?
But we've seen this all last 2 or 3 years in America.
Yeah.
It's one of the absolute attractions of the American Championship. It is what is next.
What is next?
I mean, Toyota Starlet, Toyota GT86. What on earth is that? That's a Lexus or something behind. It's a bit of everything. It's great.
Bit of everything. And the man, well, it's a great battle, I'd have to say, at the front of the Allcomers. Sean Haggerty, who's a fellow Scotsman, absolute character, having a lot of fun in his Subaru. But the man that leads is Caleb McDonald. Less than 5 seconds between them.
Oh, we've had an excellent day. The roads are fantastic. We've just tried to be as steady as we can and consistent. See how we finished up at the end. So very good, very good.
And the car's obviously working well for you. Tell me a little bit about this car.
There's a little bit of history. I think Deborah Kibble had it way back in the day, and then Darren Galbraith was running it himself in the New Zealand Champs. So we got it about 18 months ago, and I'm just trying to learn it and get used to it and do the best I can. So it's a fantastic car. It's really balanced, and I really enjoy driving it. So it's good fun.
So what about our crews at the front of the field? Well, it's our New Zealand Rally Championship crews that are battling out, David. It has been fantastic, the fight.
And our Asia Pacific.
And our Asia Pacific. And do you know what? Obviously we're missing Hayden Padden, but what it's meant is there's a real opportunity.
I'm not sure too many people around here are really missing Hayden. We're missing him. Of course we are, Hayden. We love you, but Yeah, it has. It opened up. You know, when we were talking to Emma, all of the Kiwi drivers here, it is that sense of opportunity. You know, Hayden's away. Let's go. It's one.
Absolutely.
There was one opportunity last year when he wasn't doing it, and it's great. But the real, it wasn't a surprise this morning. It was and it wasn't. But the speed that Andrew Hawkswood came out.
Andrew Hawkswood would have been quick as well, but he's not driving. That was a few years ago.
No, sorry. Jack Hawkswood, immediate speed and just maintained, built it, I think 8 seconds quicker than anybody through the first stage, and then built a lead, and then just managed it brilliantly this afternoon.
And we weren't really sure who would come out on top today. Robbie Stokes we knew was going to be quick. Emma Gilmore we suspected would be quick. Gaurav Gill, little bit of an unknown quantity. All 4 of those drivers were really quick out there, but you're right, Jack Hawkswood was the man who at the end of the day is leading. He's managed it beautifully out there today.
Yeah, we planned this morning to come out the gate swinging, and we did exactly that, and yeah, it was just the rest of today was just all about modulation, and I think we've done a pretty perfect job of that.
Oh yeah, Jack Hawkswood has a way better day than these poor guys. David, there's nothing worse at the end of the day. In fact, is there? That's not a bad time to have an issue.
Well, it's not, and they've made it to the finish, crucially. So now everybody can help them. They've come into the control, so now they're technically into service. So yeah, but they've done well. I mean, no, it doesn't look like anything of a hill, but pushing a Toyota Corolla up any kind of an incline, it's beyond you and I, Cole.
Yeah, what a day out there from young Jack Hawkswood. He's a young lad with a lot of talent who has shown some tremendous discipline out in the stages today. David, the other
speed.
And speed, absolute speed. Our other fancy drivers, Emma Gilmore, had a problem earlier on.
Yep, she went off at the end of 2 and bent the steering arm.
Yeah.
It's a real shame. So, again, talking to Emma, and you can see that story on dirtfish.com, she sensed the real opportunity, didn't she? And it was her local event, she's a Dunedin driver. It's just such a shame, but I think sometimes you see this with drivers, that it's that moment, isn't it? And just the pressure builds, and real shame.
Yeah, one of the other fancy drivers, Gaurav Gill, not the best day out there for him today either. Robbie Stokes though is still very much there, David.
They're both still there, you know. Gaurav's right, he is right in there, and it's going to be a big push tomorrow from them. He was off the road on stage 5, kind of nosed it into a bank, but in same corner. He wasn't the first one off the road there, was he?
He wasn't, no. I think it was Harry Pettigrew went into the field, actually went off and into the field, didn't he?
Yep, and the gate was opened by, let me get this right, Andrew Hawkswood.
It really was.
Yeah.
But poor old Harry Pettigrew, we saw him, he was magnificent here last year. He's had real issues out there today. Unfortunately, the engine went on his Escort and he was towed back to service here in Dunedin. Big disappointments because he's a proper young talent.
He is a real talent, and again, you know, just loved watching him out there. Just really committed in that Mark II Escort. You can never have too many Mark II Escorts out on an event like this, and it's a real shame.
Or too many young, talented drivers. Folks, that is day 1 from the Otago Rally. We've had a huge amount of fun. The weather has, well, it's kind of played ball, hasn't it? It's stayed dry today. What can we expect tomorrow? Well, we can expect many more kilometres of the most magnificent stages anywhere. Some tremendous competition. There's still plenty to come, folks.
And Curry Bush.
Oh, Curry Bush. We are very much looking forward to that, folks. Back tomorrow for the remaining 8 stages of the Otago Rally. Join us tomorrow for lots more action from this wonderful event.